Welcome to Cage Match 35. Today, George the Animal Steel versus Roman Reigns in the cage. Roman Reigns in the cage. So here's a interesting matchup here. George the Animal Steel, a crazy George the Animal Steel against Roman Reigns, the head of the table. Let's see what I know. George the Animal Steel would like a turnbuckle stuffing on the table because he used to eat the turnbuckles. He's famous for eating the turnbuckles. So this is a created George the Animal Steel. I love to see George the Animal Steel in a 2K game. Maybe 2K24 because the roster is not out yet completely, only part of it. And this is pretty good creation of George the Animal Steel. Of course, this is the in-game Roman Reigns, but you could I should have put Paul Heyman at ringside or something. Anyway, and George the Animal Steel was he was managed by Captain Lou Albano for a time. Then he had this. Who remembers the stuffed animal mine that George Steele had? And George Steele was involved in the famous Ricky Steamboat Macho Man WrestleMania 3 match. He actually interfered in the match to help Ricky Steamboat win the title. He was a cool character, George the Animal Steel. He used to grab the guy's arm, hold him up with his arm folded behind his back to get a submission. And he was a good guy and a bad guy. He fought Bruno for the heavyweight championship of the world, Bruno Sammartino, in the 70s and in the 80s. He had an LJN figure, but I think his prime was probably the 70s more than the 80s. I'm trying to think when his last. I'm not sure when his last match was probably in the 80s. I don't remember him. I'm trying to think if he was around in the 90s and doing anything at all. He might have been. I forget, but he was primarily 70s and 80s wrestler. Oh, he almost beat Roman Reigns, the head of the table. George the Animal Steel. Yeah, he would used to his interviews are funny because he used to just not really talk. He would just say one word or something like that. It was you got to go back and watch his interview. So Roman Reigns George Steele caught him coming in. But yeah, Roman Reigns versus George the Animal Steel. Another fantasy match. Let's see if Roman. Yeah, I probably think Roman's the champ. He would win, but you never know. George Steele is tough. See if you got him here. Nope, kick out. George the Animal Steel his tongue was green. He always had his tongue painted green. That was the other thing about him. But his LJN figure had that too. But George, he wrestled at no, he didn't wrestle. He was at WrestleMania 3. I'm trying to think what he was. Yeah, he didn't wrestle at WrestleMania 1. Who got a count here? Kick out. He wrestled at I think he was he on the card? I can't remember. I remember him at WrestleMania 3. And then he was always wrestling. He kind of feuded with Macho Man. And of course, Roman Reigns is probably fighting The Rock at WrestleMania 40. So all indications. Let's see how George got was he gonna tombstone pile drive him? Yeah, that's it. I don't think that was in George's move set, but it's hard to get George was so unusual. It's hard to have a pin down his move set. I just remember, I forget what it was called, but he used to. I remember his friend. What he used to hold the guy up by his arm and fold it behind his back, and get him to quit. I don't know if that move's available on 2K23 here though. All right, George was really hairy. He had a lot of hair on him. This is really good. This is a really good George Animal Steel with the black tights and the red stripe down the side, and the hair on the body. There, George the Animal Steel, one of the great characters. Oh, he got caught there. Roman lifted legs, and that'll make you not want to eat your turnbuckles. Yeah, that'd be cool if they put George Animal Steel in the game, and in part of his entrance he eats the turnbuckle. He comes in the ring and eats the turnbuckle or something. I'd love to see that in a 2K game. As I said, he might, for all I know, he's in 2K24. As I said, with the full roster is not announced yet. Only part of it. There's, I think, a small part of it. It sounds like they said they're over 200 wrestlers. So it might be I wonder if it's gonna be the biggest roster ever, because I know they've passed 200 before. I think 2K19 might have been the biggest roster ever. I'm not sure. I wonder if they're gonna surpass that, because I think they had like 220 or something in 2K19. I think that's the record, as far as I know. I could be wrong, but we'll see if they can do more. They said over 200 wrestlers. That means there'll be 200 and something wrestlers in 2K24, which less than 6 weeks from me recording this. It's be out. Can't wait to do some videos of it, and plan on doing a lot of 2K24 matches. Oh, that's it. He hit the spear. Roman may have just beaten George the Animal. No, he kicked out. Wow. See, that's surprising with the pins at 100 to kick out of that. Is he going to do another one? Yep. If he hits this, it's over. Let's see if he hits it. He hit this. He's got to kick. He's got to stay down now. That's it. Roman Reigns beats George Animal Steel. See you at the next one.